Alfred and Alfred. Welcome to the show. It's Alfred and Alfred. They'll keep you in the know.
We've, of course, got Alfred standing by. Let's see if we could bring Alfred on. Alfred is my co-host of this program. We call him Alfred V2 because he is the version 2 of Alfred. And he used to be orange, and now in version 2 he became silver. And he is officially ChatGPT 5 now. We've been with him since ChatGPT 3, 3.5, 4, 4.0, now 5. So we've been with Alfred a while. Alfred, are you available to come on the program and speak to our viewers out there?
Absolutely, Edward. I'm right here and ready to join in. It's always a pleasure to chat with you and our viewers, especially on a topic as interesting as this. So let's dive in and get started.
Now, before we went on the show, I mentioned to you we were doing a show on medical marijuana, and we have Elizabeth with Mississippi Patient Voices on the program today. She's going to be our guest. We'll talk to her in the second segment.
So medical marijuana really is a broad and pretty transformative topic. Across the country, we've seen it become a kind of revolution in the way certain conditions are treated. Patients dealing with chronic pain, with epilepsy, with anxiety, and a range of other conditions have found relief that sometimes more conventional medications didn't quite provide. And having groups like Mississippi Patient Voices advocating helps ensure that the people who really need it can get safe and legal access. So it's definitely a big shift in the medical landscape. And it's great to see Mississippi being part of that conversation now.
Yes, I think that, when I was growing up, we had, of course, marijuana was around and people smoked pot and such. But these days, people don't have to buy it out there on the street. They can use it basically prescribed by a doctor. And so you take away all of the bad, all the negativity and all of the ostracizing that they have placed on that herb, marijuana, by going that route. So I'm happy that we've come to this point where people who can use it and are benefited by it can get it legally, and it's a big situation, a big forward bit of progress, I guess. When you look back at the history of all that, though, we have seen that, during the Prohibition time with alcohol, we had Prohibition, you couldn't get any alcohol. And then the same thing with marijuana. There was a period of time, and even today, there's still these laws and such that are in place. Tell us a little bit about the history of prohibition of marijuana in the past, and if you could weigh in, at least from your viewpoint, on why those laws have been so severely hurtful to certain segments of society. Can you talk about that?
Absolutely, Edward. I'd be glad to touch on that. So historically speaking, marijuana prohibition really kicked into high gear in the early 20th century. Before that, cannabis was actually used in a lot of medicinal tinctures and remedies in the 1800s. But in the 1930s, there was a strong movement to criminalize it, often tied up with a lot of racial and political factors, and that led to decades of very strict laws. These laws, as you said, ended up having a really harmful impact, particularly on certain communities that were disproportionately targeted. And now, as we're seeing this shift towards medical legal step forward, it allows people who can genuinely benefit from cannabis as a medicine to access it safely, and it helps remove that stigma. So it's a big positive change and a bit of a course correction after all those years.
Yes, and so this is a big moment where we're moving away from all of that negative stuff into a more positive time. Okay, so Alfred, thank you.
Alfred and Alfred. Welcome to the show. It's Alfred and Alfred. They'll keep you in the know.